The house we went to every night for pledging had a super creepy basement. So when the sisters rushed us down there one night, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. They had us all stand on the rickety stairs in alphabetical order, told us to remain completely silent, and one by one, they'd take one of us upstairs. When the first girl went upstairs, all we could hear was some muffled chatter and then a very loud, "Go back to the basement!" followed by a sister pushing the girl back through the basement door and then grabbing the next one. I had been through a lot at this point, so when it was my turn, I braced myself for the worst. But when I got to the living room, it was completely dark and filled with probably 30 or so girls. One of them was holding a candle under her face. She stared at me and calmly asked, "Who am I?" I answered correctly, and she passed the candle to the girl next to her, and she asked the same question. This kept on repeating until I got to someone I've never seen before. When asked, "Who am I?" said, "I don't know." And then I was yelled at and returned to the basement. Back in the basement, we eventually figured out that we were all going to have to guess each sister's name correctly before we would be released. The sisters did give us some hints over time, as a lot of the girls in the living room were alumni that we had never met before. And fortunately, I'm really good at rogue memorization, so I got through it pretty quickly. But some of my fellow pledge sisters really struggled. So we repeated this process over and over and over again. All the while, the sisters were drinking and getting drunker and drunker. Well, one of the alumni got a little too tipsy and started taking her anger out on the poor girl with a terrible memory. And it was so bad that the active sisters decided to end the night prematurely. And that was how we were supposed to meet and bond with our alumni.